Imagine this, you're on a cruise, enjoying your vacation, ready to return home. Then, without warning, you're told you might not be going anywhere soon. In fact, you might be heading to a special facility for an extended stay. Is this a scene from a dystopian movie, or is it a reality unfolding right now in the United States? Before we continue, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in US politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow. We're talking about an unprecedented move by the Trump administration and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. 2 American passengers, who were on board the MV Hondius cruise ship, are now under a mandatory quarantine in a special facility in Nebraska. Now, this isn't your typical quarantine for, say, the flu or a common cold. The CDC has confirmed these individuals were exposed to the hantavirus. For those who aren't familiar, hantavirus is a serious, sometimes deadly, respiratory disease transmitted by rodents. While human-to-human transmission is rare, the concern stems from exposure to infected rodents or their droppings. The MV Hondius, a polar expedition vessel, had been on a voyage, and upon its return, a concern was raised about potential hantavirus exposure among some passengers. Of the 18 passengers who were on board, 2 Americans are now the focus of this intense government action. The CDC's social media post confirmed the issuance of quarantine orders, signaling a proactive, and for some, alarming, response. This isn't just a recommendation, these are federal quarantine orders. So, what does this really mean? For these 2 individuals, it means isolation in a controlled environment, likely for a period determined by health officials, to monitor for any symptoms and prevent potential spread, however unlikely human-to-human transmission may be. The location, a special quarantine facility in Nebraska, suggests a level of seriousness and preparedness. This is a facility likely equipped to handle specific public health situations, ensuring close observation and immediate medical attention if needed. Who is affected here, beyond the 2 passengers? Clearly, their families and friends. But on a broader scale, this action raises questions for anyone who travels, especially to remote or wilderness areas where rodents are prevalent. It highlights the CDC's authority to impose quarantines, a power that is taken very seriously and typically reserved for significant public health threats. The Trump administration's involvement underscores the political weight of such decisions, especially when it comes to public health and national security. What are the possible outcomes? Ideally, these individuals will remain healthy, show no symptoms, and be released from quarantine without incident. The CDC's primary goal is to safeguard public health, and this measure, however stringent, is designed to achieve that. However, this situation also opens the door to broader discussions about travel advisories, rodent control in public transport, and the effectiveness of current public health protocols when dealing with less common, but potentially severe, diseases. There's also the human element. Imagine the anxiety, the fear, and the disruption to life for these 2 passengers. Being singled out, isolated, and potentially facing a prolonged period of confinement, even in a safe environment, is a profound experience. The public response, as we've seen with other health scares, can range from understanding and support to fear and stigmatization. This incident is a stark reminder that our world, while increasingly connected, still holds biological risks that require swift and decisive action. The decision to quarantine these individuals, while based on scientific assessment of hantavirus risk, also touches upon broader themes of governmental power, individual liberty, and public safety. The optics of an administration known for its populist appeal making such a strict public health mandate are also noteworthy. So what do you think about this? Is this an appropriate, albeit extreme, measure to protect public health, or is it an overreach of government authority with potentially significant implications for individual freedoms? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one. This situation with the hantavirus quarantine is a complex one, blending public health science with the realities of government policy and individual impact. We will continue to monitor this developing story closely.